Hey Capricorn, welcome to you and welcome to Rootwork Healing Tarot. So good to have you here today. All right, so we have a monthly reading that I'm queuing up for you here. This will apply for you for over the next 4 weeks. So from whenever you're watching this, the 4 weeks begins. My readings are timeless, so they apply whenever you're viewing it. And I'm recording this in mid to late, more like late September at this point, and so some of you will see it during that time, some of you may not, and that is okay. Whenever you find this reading applies now until the next 4 weeks. So we're going to get into it here with an oracle card in just a moment, but keep in mind that if for any reason this reading doesn't resonate with you, it may not be meant to resonate with you, so just like check out one of your other signs. I find that for some folks, like, other signs will be emphasized, so so you may want to check out one of your other placements, like that may be more in alignment with your next 4 weeks if that doesn't resonate with you, but I'm hoping it does. So I knew this card was going to come out. Okay, cool. So we're going to start with the theme card here, which I've just pulled, and then we're going to move into what's going well for you. I will pull 1 to 2 cards on that, and then we'll move into what Spirit wants to talk with you about, like what's on top as a conversation point for Spirit, or what they want to communicate for the next 4 weeks for you. So we have the card Earth, which says Earth, peace, grounding. Yeah, this feels right. There's something really grounded about this energy. Like I feel right now, because again, Spirit, I'm clairsentient as well, so I like feel the energy, and so this feels really grounded somehow. There's something really like solid about it. Like I don't feel, it feels kind of nice. Like I'll say that. Okay, they're showing me I don't know if you see this right now. There's like phases of the moon here. I don't know if you see that. Sorry, I just needed to move this all closer to me, but phases of the moon and the butterfly. Okay, that's good. They're showing me, so my eye is being drawn to this particular little moon right here. So it's like you're almost full, but you're waning still. But it feels really good. It's like it feels like it's becoming fuller somehow. What is that, Spirit? Okay, so they're showing me, like, is this like a buffalo or a bull or a ram? They're showing me it's in this card here in this cloud. I'm literally like divinating from the cloud pattern here, but that's what they're showing me, like a buffalo, a bull, a ram. I don't know if that applies to you. I don't know if that's like okay, Taurus energy a bit. Okay, so there's some Taurus energy here. Interesting. But they wanted me to say buffalo too. I don't know why. Maybe that's for someone, like, confirmation this is your reading. If you've been thinking about buffaloes or seeing buffaloes or something. Okay, is there something with Taurus here? I guess with the grounding energy. Maybe you're connected to a Taurus or have Taurus placements yourself, or maybe you need to check out the Taurus reading that I did. So you take that and apply it where it goes. But it is speaking to, regardless, it is speaking to this grounding. There's just almost a double down of the energy of grounding, why they pulled through like the Taurus archetype, and something like becoming fuller for you. Something like, I don't know if it's coming to like its peak or coming into view or coming to fruition, but there's something that's filling up for you. I am seeing that. That's interesting. And now they're taking me to this butterfly, and it's almost like you're the butterfly looking at all of this. Okay, what is happening here, Spirit? That's so interesting. So you as the butterfly, looking at the moon becoming fuller, and this Taurus cloud in the sky. That is so interesting. It's almost like you're observing. Are you observing someone? Ooh, that's interesting. There's like an observation energy here. Okay. I'm just gonna write that down because there's something, it feels, yeah, like you're observing, almost like, almost the idea of like observing nature in its like full essence here, in its element, right? In the wild, right? Are you trying to run from it? Okay, so we're gonna get into this. Spirit, yeah, because they're showing me now the dove flying away, because that would be representative of peace. This card's not in reverse, is it? No, it's upright. But it's like it's flying away. Okay, this is a really specific, this is not for everyone, but I'm almost seeing like someone getting married on the full moon, during a full moon, or as the moon is becoming full, maybe to a Taurus. That is so specific. That is definitely not for everyone here. Okay, so we got that out of the way, Spirit. Thank you for that. I don't know why I had to channel that. Maybe again, more confirmation. Can we move into what's going well for Capricorn? They're saying not yet. There's something about this like bee now. It's so interesting how this energy is like hopping around. What about the bee? Is it like you and someone else like observing the scenery? Interesting. I'm wondering if there's like a second party here. Okay. So Spirit's saying that's enough for now. I got the big pieces. Somehow this is going to come together in the reading. Okay. They wanted me to see that stuff and wanted you to hear it and see it too. Okay. So Spirit, can we move into like what's going well for Capricorn? Because I mean, Capricorn is earth energy, so that makes sense. What's going well? Okay. All right, so give me a moment here. I mean, I'm just loving the feeling of being grounded. It's almost like you're like observing other things happening and just being like, I'm cool. I'm just like floating and flying over here like the butterfly, and like I'm just watching it. Okay. It's an interesting viewpoint. I wonder if there's like a message here around like participating in life somehow, but we'll see. Let's unfold this. Spirit, we're going to do what's going well for Capricorn over the next 4 weeks. Okay. I mean, that's your energy. I mean, that's okay. So this is definitely your reading. Okay. This is a Capricorn reading. We got the devil. Yeah, of course. Cool. They also gave me the tower, which is interesting. Give me 1 second here. It's almost like, okay, this is so interesting. It's almost like you're like watching a tower play out for someone else. I don't know how to describe that. That's literally it. That's what it feels like. It's like you're watching this scene. You're watching something come to like a climax. It's almost like you're watching like this thing that you know is going to happen, right? Just as sure as the moon's going to be full. And, you know, every 2 weeks or whatever, or 4 weeks, sorry. Ooh, what's about 2 weeks? Oh, about the moon cycle, every 2 weeks there's a new or full moon. Okay, so there's something like predictable about this. It almost feels like something you saw coming. Okay. I don't feel like this is not your tower. This is not your tower. Okay, so Okay, and how is this going well, Spirit? I guess you're not going through this. I think that's definitely part, I guess in some ways part of it, but like why? Okay, so this devil wants to spin both ways. So give me a moment. I got to figure out what they're trying to say with it needs to, I have messages for both ways. Okay. Okay, so one, I do think this came out to say like, this is a Capricorn reading. There's something here around you being in like, again, peak form. It's just you being in like Capricorn element. I don't know if you're like working particularly hard on something right now. There's something very like I said, grounded. I mean, Capricorn, you're industrious. I have quite a few minor Capricorn placements myself, but there's something here around that of just like, maybe this is literally just to confirm this is your reading. What else do you want to say about this? Yeah, and again, as I was seeing, like again, this is like the horns, and I was seeing that with the kind of bull from the Taurus bit there. Okay, so there's a connection. One moment, let me make that connection. Okay, I think it's something around you sharing the same like grounding as Taurus. Like there's something very earthly. Again, earthly, we keep coming back here. Is it stubborn? Okay, it's a little stubborn. So that, okay. So there's almost this energy of you like, what is the word that's coming through Spirit? This is so much. You're giving me so much right now. Okay, so it's like, there's almost this like, I told you so energy. Like I told you this was the way it was going to play out. You know, if you were like talking to someone else, it's almost that energy. And you're like, nah, I'm just going to watch you. I'm not even going to help you with this tower. Cause like, I told you this was going to happen. Like, oh my gosh. There's almost, and that's why it's feeling stubborn. It's almost like you're so like, there's almost this feeling of like, I'm right about this. I know I'm right. And so, yeah, I'm not going to help out with this. Like, it's almost like, I'm seeing you kind of put the torch of the flame to this person. It's like, you're like, let me find it. There is something here. It's like, I'm going to motivate you. It's not quite right. I'm going to encourage you to do better. Maybe you've said that to someone, like, do better. Maybe it's like, there's some sort of like holding their feet to the fire, holding their feet to the flames. And it's like the flames are part of this tower. Ooh, are you bringing about this tower? Oh, I'm so curious. For someone else? I'm so curious. Okay, Spirit, can you show me more? Okay, so we have a tower. We have a tower on fire. We have you holding a flame, like a torch. Okay. This is juicy. I feel like I'm like watching a soap opera right now, or like a telenovela or something. Like, okay, hold on. What is this? Spirit, tell me more. I'm on the edge of my seat here. It's kind of how you are. You're like kind of watching this too. It's almost like you're like watching a show. Yeah. Four of Swords. Okay. In reverse. Okay. Okay, whoever this person is, like, they're not getting any rest. Like, they are not getting any rest. And it's weird because I feel like you are. I feel like you are. Are you like bringing about someone's like karma to them? What is this? Like, you know, because like, you know, Saturn, Lord of time, space, and karma, right? I'm just so fascinated by this energy. Yeah, whoever this is getting no rest. It's like, it's almost like, and I feel like there's this energy of like, I told you so. Like, I told you this was how it was going to play out. Like, you're going to, you know, this is going to make you feel unrest and feel uneasy and feel anxious and feel things that you don't want to feel. And, and here's your tower. There you go. Okay, there's definitely some like there is a little bit of undercurrent here. So I have to name what's here, right? There is an undercurrent here of like, how do I say that, Spirit? Almost like, yeah, Queen of Swords, Emperor. Okay. I'm seeing it. Okay. Okay, they're giving me so many cards right now. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. I'm just gonna take these ones. Let me show you the cards. So many cards. Okay. So there's I can't stop laughing at this, and I'm sorry. It's just because it's so like yeah, it's like this, it's like the Two of Swords in reverse. Like it's not subconscious. It's not like, this is totally out in the open. I feel like you've been pretty clear and communicative with this person, and like it feels like there's like, again, I don't think you haven't been secretive about this. Let's just say that. And I don't feel like, probably even this reading is probably not surprising for you in some ways, because you're like, yeah, this is what happens. Like, there's almost this energy of like, you deserve it. And like, what? Okay, all right. Serious note here. Because that's what the Queen of Swords is to me. There's almost like this feeling of like, and it's kind of in reverse here. It's like this, like, how do I say that, Spirit? How do I say that? It's just this feeling of like, I'm right. Even if it turns out like this person actually maybe needs to go through this for some reason or another. Like maybe this actually is their lesson learned, or maybe it's like, I'm catching some like parental notes here too, of like, and you don't have to be anyone's parent. This could be like someone outside of you who's a partner or partners or friends, or again, it could be anything. Okay, but there's almost something like very parental about this, and not in the like good way. It's kind of like the parent who's like, I told you this would happen, you know, little Timmy, don't touch the fire, and they did anyway, right? Like, and you're just like, well, I told you so, and all of this, but it may have just been like, I don't know why I'm saying Timmy, but like little Timmy needed to actually go through this experience because it's just an important lesson learned. So that's why the Queen of Swords is coming out, to say it's like, it's almost this feeling of like serving justice, but like, it's not coming from the right energy. It's not coming from the right space. It's like this person either could probably use help or it just needs to go through it for themselves, and like needs to have this experience. There's almost this energy. Okay, so that's why they keep showing me the Taurus almost like bull, trying to like bulldoze through something. It's like, I don't know. There's almost this energy of, and there is, okay, here's the Emperor. That's what, the Emperor. This energy of control around the situation. It's like you're trying to, I have a feeling you're trying to help. Okay. I don't think this is like totally malicious. Like that's not really the energy I'm getting here. It doesn't feel like that. It honestly feels like, and that's kind of why I've just been, yeah, anyway. So I'm not trying to make light of this situation. It honestly just feels like that. It feels like this, like, again, parental energy who's trying to control the outcome for someone else, and being like, I told you, I've been trying to show you this. I've been trying to like bring it to your attention, feet under the fire of like, this is what would happen if you walk this route. Again, I've been obvious about this. Two of Swords in reverse. This is not something in the shadow. Okay. And so, you know, it happens. And sorry, this Emperor should also be in reverse, but it's both upright and in reverse, because I think it's emphasizing upright. It's emphasizing the like fire element here, like, because this is an Aries card. And so it's very much so. Here, look, here's another. Okay, do you see that? Okay, right? The Aries, the Taurus, because I don't know if I said Aries earlier, but Aries was also coming through with the kind of bull element here. Okay, so like this is the ram. And so it's just like there's an energy of like trying to control, which is Emperor in reverse, because that's Emperor in reverse means. It's like controlling. but it's upright as well to say like, there's some sort of fire you're holding to someone's feet here, or at least have tried to like make them see something that you wanted them to see. And okay, there are a lot of scenarios. Spirit is showing me all the various scenarios you all are going through. And like, there's a lot there. So for some, this is around a parent-child relationship. Like, yes, that's that. For someone, this is actually about a partner or partners. Like, it is a romantic connection. I do feel like for another person, this is like a friendship, and you're like, girl, I told you, you know, like, and I'm making light of this, but like, it's almost just like, and there she goes again, you know, like doing it again. And you're just like trying to, you know, kind of come into this and like, almost like, I don't know, I'm getting Queen of Swords in again, almost like come in and like save this person from this situation for some of you, not all of you, but like, and trying to like, almost like Queen of Swords, rescue this person a little bit. It's also giving me Knight of Swords, like kind of rescue this person from this obvious tower that's coming. And I think Spirit's trying to say, well, kind of a couple of things, I'm sure. So Spirit, do we want to say more on this? Okay, they have more to say about this situation. So we will get to like what Spirit wants to say. So give me a moment, because there's definitely some advice coming through for this, okay? Okay. I'm just taking a sip of my water there. Give me a moment to ground it, to literally ground this energy, because it's just like, okay, yeah, I see it, Spirit. So the other one they want to say here is like, you're also right now Devil in reverse. I think Spirit's trying to point out this as an unhealthy relating style. Okay, I don't know if it's a style as so much as a pattern, or I don't know if it's even it's just like whatever you're doing in this connection is just, it's unhealthy for you in some way. Okay, but I just kept getting the energy of you like almost just watching this unfold and just feeling a bit like kind of above it or outside of it, and just like, I don't think that's totally wrong, which is why it came out upright. I think there is an element here of like, yeah, it's like, you know, people have their own lessons to learn. You should let them, right? I also think there's this energy of like almost seeing you try to direct things from outside the bubble. Like, you don't want to be in it, but you don't want to be out of it. Like, you're like, maybe if I can float at this particular angle right here, or this place, right, you know, outside of this little sphere, maybe, again, it's like you're watching it. You're like, I want to watch it like on TV, but I don't, you know, I don't want to be in it, but I kind of do, and I kind of don't. And it's, that is so interesting. Okay, Spirit, let's keep going. Okay. Okay. And I'm just like struck by how many cards are in reverse in this section. Yeah. Okay, because you know, the Emperor is like really fiery and beautiful and knows themselves and is very like sure of themselves in the upright version. But this is coming through. Oh, okay, this is a form of insecurity. Okay, I see it. And there's the swords. Okay, that's why so many swords too. Okay, so this is coming through as an insecurity for you. There's something here you're trying to control, and it is a form of insecurity. That's what it is. It's like this wanting to get involved, not get involved, kind of be the coach from the sidelines, or the parent in the stand who's trying to coach from the sidelines. Like, you know, it's just kind of like not letting the universe do its job, right? Whatever this is. Okay. So I see that. I see the over-involvement here. It's simultaneously a detachment and an over-involvement. This is interesting. Okay. But that's why the grounding came out, because you're like, I'm sure of myself. I'm right. And like, I'm standing on the right, you know, metaphorically, like, you know, on the right ground here. Like I have the right stance for this. this is coming through, so this is not for everyone. This is a specific message, but there's almost something like, I've been through this before, so I know how this turns out, and like, you should listen to me kind of energy here, okay? So interesting. Okay, Spirit definitely has like some advice for that, so we'll get to that. You know, I think what we need to get to the root of is why you feel the need to, that's not the correct way to phrase this. That's not the correct way to phrase this. So it's not that you feel the need to. There was obviously, this is just coming from like all patterns, right, that are in devil in reverse, or devil energy, right? I guess not in reverse, but like I reversed it because it's speaking to you as a Capricorn, and then I reversed it just to emphasize like this unhealthiness, right? But actually, like normally it's an upright, but I'm going to keep it in reverse just so we can keep looking at it that way. Okay, but I just wanted to clarify why I have that in reverse, and I'm speaking to it as something that's like unhealthy. Okay. Yeah, we really want to get to the core of like what put you into this kind of like loop of, and it feels like this is probably not the first time of like seeing others go through something that like, and you know, I feel like you want to help them. Of course, it's coming from like a good place. This is definitely not something that's like, you know, it's kind of like when you see, here's another example they're giving me. If you're like a sibling to someone, right? Let's say you're like the eldest sibling or something, and you know, you've been through certain milestones that your younger siblings haven't yet, and you're like, oh, but I want to help you with this. And again, the parental energy, even though you're not technically a parent, but it's giving that sort of like oldest child energy of like, I want to keep, you know, my little sibling from going through the same thing I went through. But I think Spirit is trying to say like, you have to let them, and okay, ooh, that's what it is. There's an energy of being helpless here. Okay. So I feel like that's the core wound. Okay, all right, let's go into this, Spirit, because I think there's something Capricorn needs to see about this. Oh, that's too many. No, I can't take all that. Okay, so sorry. I can't take all that. Okay, I'm giving you like a whole stack of. There's a lot they want to say on this. This is a whole like storyline. So I mean, it literally feels like I'm watching like a soap opera, like play out over. You know how many seasons soap operas have, right? And it's kind of like that. Like it's like just watching it play out over a span of time here. This like, it is a pattern. It's coming through as an unhealthy like relating pattern, honestly. Okay, so let's look at this. Yeah, that's exactly it. Okay, so this came out to confirm that. It's an unhealthy, and why it's in reverse, the world. The world speaks to like cycles, patterns, those type of things. And Spirit wants to emphasize that it's an unhealthy pattern, or that it is a cycle. It's a cycle, it's a pattern. Okay, I got it. I see that. I also see the Taurus on this card. There's the bull. You see the Taurus bull right there? Yeah, so there's that. Okay, I see that. Oh, this is one that has been fixed. Okay, so because these are all fixed signs, I think, right? Like there's, yeah, okay, yes. There's Scorpio, there's Aquarius, there's Leo, there's Taurus. I'm pretty sure, yeah, these are all fixed signs. So I love this card. This card is brilliant. This is a brilliant card. Like, kudos to the creators. This is the queer inclusive deck. Like, oh my gosh, that's a brilliant card. Okay, because it speaks directly to being fixed and unable to like close this cycle or this pattern that's looping. And so I think that's it. This is something that's been like stuck in place, and I'm getting devil upright type of energy now. Not in your way, but like this has been a long time pattern. Okay, this doesn't feel new. Again, I don't know if I said that earlier. This doesn't feel surprising. There's something like not surprising about all of this energy. So let's get into this. What else do you need to say about this, Spirit? Have me cut the deck. One moment. Okay, the Emperor again. Okay, Okay, so this is speaking to, let's talk about this, okay? Because we're getting the Emperor again, and these are both, it doesn't matter actually the orientation right now. It literally doesn't, because I can tell you what Spirit's saying. Like, this is speaking to, there's some like repressed anger here somewhere of like feeling helpless at some point. So this is definitely coming from a deep, with the devil upright, it's speaking to like coming from a deep wound and a deep place. I'm imagining somewhere in childhood where you went through this experience where you felt helpless and there was a lot of anger involved. And I think the ways that that's being expressed now, and you may actually be like angry at this person, like, you know, the way that's coming out now is through that emotion. Okay. So there's that, which is leading to deeper things, but it's also coming through as like I said, an insecurity with the Emperor in reverse and now doubled down. Like it's coming through as an insecurity of like, I don't have the power and control to change this situation, even as much as I want to. And so this could be coming out as anger or frustration at this person, or there's an element of trying to like change, or either change them or, you know, help them to avoid something. Again, keep them from their lesson, which you're not doing intentionally. Again, this is not intentional. Let me be very clear on that, because Spirit is sending this through with a lot of love and a lot of also affirmation around like why you developed this pattern. Makes total sense. Like you had to control your environment because you felt so helpless in this very early memory, or again set of wounding, that this was how do we want to go there, Spirit? Hold on. This was how, let's be honest, when we're doing things in our external world, like especially with other people, if we're trying to like fix, heal, or save them, which we can't do, that's never in our power to do. It's just not, okay? Only they can do that for themselves, and like they can get support, of course, but like that's their life path to walk, okay? And their journey to walk. So there's this element of like you externalizing, wanting to almost save this person, fix, heal, save, change, transform, take care of in some ways, because this is a form of you trying to care, right? I don't sense like negativity here with that element, but I think it feels like it's coming out of like deep love. But I think what it needs to like mirror to you, what it's trying to mirror to you and redirect you to is you trying to like fix, heal, save, change yourself. And that part of you that felt helpless and felt like they couldn't do this when they were younger. Okay, which makes sense. They were a kid. They were a child. Like you can't, you know, like there's a certain expectation that like, you know, your parents or caregivers would do that for you. And there's just this sense here of like, again, I don't know why, but it's just feeling like you almost had to be a parent, maybe to your parents, or a parent to yourself in ways that were just quite simply unfair to you. And so how that manifests in like in the external world, and what your relationships are trying to mirror back at you. Okay, so let's talk about the mirror here, because it's coming through in the Emperor. This is mirrored, right? We're seeing the mirror here. So like what it's trying to show you is within you. Like you're looking in the mirror and thinking, I'm the Emperor, but it's trying to show you the Emperor in reverse. That's what it's mirroring back at you. Okay, it's like, no, this is a deep-seated like wound and insecurity that came as a result of that event or situation or deep wound that happened, okay? And so, wow, that's that's big. Okay, give me a moment here, because I really hope this is well received, because Spirit really wanted to bring this to your attention of like, because it almost feels like you were questioning like, or asking yourself like, why I'm telling this person step by step, maybe like what's going to happen, and they're still doing this, right? Or if this is like a relationship, or if it's like romantic, it doesn't have to be, but if it is, it's just like, why can't you see me or treat me the way I want, or, you know, that I need to feel this. And It's like, okay, well, you're going to get your tower moment, you know? And it's just like, I think what Spirit's trying to say and trying to show you is the mirror that is in this connection. Okay? Because what's happening is you're almost like recreating the situation you were in when you were younger. Of like, I'm helpless to change this and hoping for a different outcome here. Okay? But what we got to do is get to the world upright. What we got to do is get to, they're showing me the star card in my mind's eye right now, but we got to get to the real healing, the root of this, because this is just a reflection of what's happening inside of you, Capricorn. This is the scenario you've been playing out on repeat, you know, in your connections, potentially. And spirits, I don't think it's serving you to be just floating out here. Okay. It doesn't seem like super cozy for some reason. It's just like, well, you're watching someone else's earth and life and they're trying to like control it from the outside with the moon, right? There's the moon, the way the moon like, kind of controls the waves in the ocean and like the magnetics of that and everything, right? And like, it's almost like you've been out here trying to like adjust the elements on the outside, and Spirit's like, you know, you have your own full earth picture. You have your own like world, and Spirit wants to direct you back into yours, to your own, not someone else's. Okay. Okay. So this is definitely a message from Spirit trying to redirect you back inwards. Okay. And instead of the reflection that's being shown outward, because this has just been trying to get your attention. That's all it's been doing, okay? And that's why it maybe for you, maybe not, but it could be continue to have repeated. You may find yourself always in these situations where you're having to like, again, be someone's parent per se, not necessarily, but kind of that energy of like, you know, overbearing parent because you're trying to like heal, honestly, like I said, heal, fix, or save yourself from a feeling things that you don't want to feel, but that you need to heal, okay? Because we got to get back to this core. We got to get back to this core wound, whatever this core wound is that set you into this like mirrored pattern here, okay? Okay, Spirit, do we have any other advice? Because we're going to go into this extended. We're just going to go straight into it. I'm going to show you, we're going to do the shadow work in the extended. We're just going to go straight into like what that memory is and what you need to see and like what's repeating. I also want to look at like, and I'm just taking notes on that, like what's repeating and the wound. I also want to see like what's on the other side of this. Okay, so we'll do that in the extended, but I do want to see what else Spirit has for the general. So, okay, so I think there's another message they want to send through here. Wow, this was, okay. I mean, I see it. And again, I see the various like situations it's going to apply to. So there's a number of situations, but it does feel like it's coming out in connection somehow. There's like this frustration and anger and just like, well, why won't they listen to me? And like, why won't they change? And why won't they like see the obvious, like, I'm hearing, what is that? Track down the road? Or they're showing me like, they're showing me like, what is this called? I don't even know. But there's like a line of barbed wire like down the road. Of like, if someone's driving, let's say this person's driving, and you're like, why don't you see that? I see that. Why don't you like not drive over the barbed wire that's going to like give you a flat tire? And it's just this person's like, you know, trucking along, but that's because this is their lesson to learn. Again, that's not yours to hold. So I do think there's probably some sort of message here around like boundaries in some way. I think there's also something here, like I said, around you feeling like you're watching it and can't actually like control this person's like whatever they end up doing with this. Okay, didn't I say, okay, that's what they gave me, the star card. I said that. Okay, it's like they're showing me the star card. They are deeply wanting you to heal this. Deeply wanting to heal this. Okay, and then we're getting, okay, the Magician in reverse too. Yeah, so this is coming through. This is the same energy because the Magician is, I link it to Aries energy. And so, wow. So it's coming through again. This is like a third time of saying emperor, you know, magician. Like there's just like this element of control and trying to like guardrail the ways this person navigates that. I mean, this has to be star in reverse. I don't know, exhausting. This has to be exhausting. I mean, I feel this as exhausting. Of having to almost like play, you know, spirit to someone else, right? Essentially that's what you're doing. You're trying to control the moon and the moon patterns and, you know, the air and the wind that gets into this person's sphere. And like it's just like literally look, all the elements, the water, the air, like again, we pulled this card specifically to and in reverse to say there's some sort of you trying to like control, dictate the outcome of what this is going to be. And it's just coming from this deep, the devil, as it means in its traditional sense, from a deep like wound that is keeping you stuck doing this. And I honestly feel like the star in reverse, I feel like you're tired. Okay. And so spirit really wants you to get in and heal this star upright. Okay. And is saying it's definitely possible. But there's this element of like letting go of control and letting this person do what they need to. And it may be for you that this leads to, for yourself, and why you haven't been so involved. Like this may be a tower for some of you, okay? I'm just gonna say that, and we're gonna really get into this in the extended, but it may be that like, especially if this is like a romantic connection or connections you have, if you have multiple partners, like, if it needs to be a breakup, it might need to be a breakup if that's what it is, okay? But you can't, okay, yeah, and I don't know if you're hearing my timer go off. That's confirming something about what I just said here. But if that's what it means to get out of this, repeating this pattern, because, you know, if that's the situation, I don't even know this is something you want. If they're not giving you what you need, because I'm seeing a lot of swords here. I'm not seeing cups. I'm not seeing like emotional fulfillment. I'm not seeing like any of that stuff, which we can pull more on in the extended, but I don't know why Spirit's having me talk about this, but I think Spirit is trying to say like, stop trying to Queen of Swords in reverse and like accept the tower for what it is, whether it's someone else's tower, your own tower, both. Like you don't need to like control that Magician in reverse. Like that's not for you to hold. That's for the universe. Okay. And that's where like Capricorn can get overextended, is also similar to Aries energy. I'm an Aries sun. Like I said, I have a lot of Capricorn placements. So it is really getting into that like control and manipulation, and not in a way that like is intentional. It's definitely not intentional. It's just coming from deep wounding. Okay. So, all right. That was quite a bit. I'm actually gonna put that here. So that is our general reading, Capricorn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to go into the extended. We're going to go right into this. If you are interested in doing like shadow work, I would definitely encourage the extended. I'll have the link. I have the link available in the description box below, so feel free to check that out. I have personal readings available right now on my website. You can check those out as well if you want one of these readings specific to you and your situation. Obviously not maybe this message specifically, but if you want something customized to you, feel free to check that out. I also have a Patreon subscription. If you're interested, that's in the description box below as well, which gives you access to all of the extendeds. But I so have enjoyed being with you today, Capricorn. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel this message. And I'm really wishing you well with this like energy here. And if I can support in any way, I'd be happy to. So thank you, Spirit, and thanks to you. If I don't see you in the extended, I'll see you in the next reading. Okay, bye for now.